Well, that's a proud ice queen for you. Or more likely a proud Tsundere Princess for you. They always manage to dodge the question when you least expect it. Because the Ice Queen is no more. Well, maybe she is still there, but the ice melts in the heart of Erina in the Shokugeki no Soma chapter 171 as she finally talks against her father's ideals. As a flashback on when I wonder, is that a flashback on when he was young? The white strand in his hair was grey before. Here it looks a little bit more white, and he seems to look younger. If this is real, if she really heard this even as a young kid, then that means Azamis, what's that word? Not motives, ambitions were way more dangerous than we originally thought. Because if you think about it, if he had this ambition even before he began to polish the god's tongue, then he is definitely needs to be crushed. Then again, it's not confirmed if that's the case. It could very well just be now. But either way, in this one, he says that I approve of what the only thing I approve of what Central make is wrong. It's cooking. But Irina says that's wrong. And she also says it's wrong for him to take away every single food of any other food. She also talks against the first seat and saying that they will take over this country. And the promotion exam will take away would take away unwanted students. She even herself in the end says that when one final line says your God's tongue is absolute justice, she herself says that is wrong. Because she remembers what Soma said. It's just like Yoshiro also said. The one who would save Erina was going to be Soma. As she remembers both Soma and Yoshiro's words. Knowing what is beforehand is no fun at all in cooking. Because from the way she has seen this very odd Polo Star dorm. Because now we have to think, it's not only Soma. It may have been Soma who triggered finally the change, a complete change in the Proud Princess. But even before then she was amused or more likely shocked on how much these chefs of Polo Star Dorm could change from their wackiness and their odd quirks, and yet at the same time evolve through methods not even she recommended. So in the end, it's just like Yoshiro said again. Soma saved her, but so did the Polo Star Dorm. And what is the most funny? Erina dodges the question if this thing was good. She took a third option. We either thought she would say it was good or bad. Well, she ate it without stopping, so we can only assume it was good. But she dodged that question by demanding to Soma to gather everyone in the Polo Star dorm outside tomorrow, and that they should get rid of their letters at home. Very well played, Erina-sama. Well played. That's only how a tsundere acts. Managed to dodge the question. So very funny. And a bit adorable too. So it's 7 days until the exam. The winter is apparently outside, as they all begin to still have despair in their thoughts. Irina appears, now dressed in her school uniforms, and she appears to have written a speech calling them all cookie domes. And she reprimands them for having shabby expressions. But she also says, if it's obvious that the promotion exam will be like this, wouldn't it be better to leave school right now? But they still don't believe if they get in Central's way, they will be kicked out. But they also want to stay in this food in order to, stay in the school to make food. And she is still, as Irina blushes a little bit, she mentions that ever since she came here, she's tasted numerous dishes. Even though they were weird and mess in general, they were always free. It's a little bit, tsundere, because she said, but in all honesty, you'll be kept without hesitation. How pathetic. Are you going to leave it be? She really wants to be a tsundere, huh? Well, that's fine by me. I mostly love more. I like more girls or tsundere girls because I think when they hide their feelings like that, it's just too adorable. So either way, but she says the thing that they need to use their food to pass it by force. In other words, one can actually say they need to. If they believe that they cannot cook well enough, then well, they just have to cook after all. Force their way through brute force, so to speak. And that way they can do that is to use her god's tongue to help them evolve, while still cooking free. And I think even though she will recommend this and that, they will still add their own twists to it. But by combining that and their thoughts of being free, they will evolve. And if they follow her, they will all evolve into chefs that will surpass that exam through brute force, almost. With their will being strengthened, they all proclaim they're gonna be second years. And although Soma taunts Irina for being a little bit for a Tsundere moments, Irina says she only did it to have a debt to pay to this Polar Star dorm, but also to them. As it's only 1 week before that exam happens, it's revealed it's going to be in the north, in a rough and red rich land called Hokkaido. Is that how I pronounce it? I have never been there, so I don't know how it looks like, but the picture almost seems to hint it looks like a mountain cliff. But maybe that's not it. So the Polar Star Dorm are now gonna fight. That's good. I wanted hope. But I'm still wondering one thing. Are they the only ones that are gonna fight? What about the rest? Takumi, Nikumi, hell, what even about Hojo? Are they not gonna fight? Are they not the ones who are gonna fight? Is this only a battle of Polar Star Dorm? I mean, Irina's tongue, it's obvious that Hisaku is also gonna fight. But who are the ones that's going to fight? Is it just the Polar Star Dorm, or is it anything else? And is it going to be just like Charles in Anime World said? Will there be sacrifices here? Will someone in the Polar Star Dorm not win? Who knows? I would prefer if all of them survived. But they will now listen to Irina's god's tongue. But didn't she say herself that their tongues was not absolute justice? Does it mean to say that they are all... So how are they gonna evolve? Is she gonna give them advices, at the same time advise them to think about this, and then they're gonna do that for their own freedom? Or are they gonna use the power of feelings and through it, or friendship, and evolve through testing to each other through her? Not sure. But the only way to win this exam is by cooking, right? So, will Polar Star Dorm survive? I certainly hope so. If they do, it will be a huge blow to Azami, and the first step in dethroning him. So please, give us hope. And I hope as well as some other of the first years. Especially, I want everyone at least who was in the... I want at least everyone who was in the Autumn Festival top. Those who got over 80, I want at least them to fight back. I don't care about Hayama, but still. Give me a fuss if you have any.